Here we go. Yeah. Hello. Welcome, everybody. Welcome to the Fragments. This is a D&D campaign that I am playing with my friends. We're all quite new to Dungeons and Dragons, and Lou's complete new. Bean's not played D&D. She played one game in 10 years, and I've done some DMing in the last 6 months during the UK lockdown. I haven't actually been a character, really. I've only been NPCs, non-player characters. So I'm actually playing in my own campaign, which is sometimes sort of a bit unorthodox because I know the story, but I'm going to play in character and behave as a character that I've created. So, like I said, we have Louise down, and she is playing the character of
Serial.
Yeah, and we have Beanie playing the character of
Killian.
And I'm playing Charles Irwin, or Kick-Axe Clutch. You'll get introduced to the characters hopefully as we go through and find out what they're like and what they do, and we're going to begin. So, we do have two dogs that are going to probably be annoying, and a bull road that's probably going to be annoying as well. So,
Family life.
family be like. So, the background is for your characters. You are on the planet of Earl, so you are, and your Earl has 4 main continents. It has Gregdon, Frohast, Sorfel, and Kust, and it also has a collection of small islands called the Fragments, which is to the polar north. And these are rumoured to be where a star fell and shattered an ancient continent. You live on the light side of the planet, as Earl is a planet of dark and light. On this side of the planet, it is never truly dark. The sun is in a near geosynchronous orbit with the light side of the planet. So even when the sun sets, there's always a reddish glow in the sky.
Okay.
The Great Dark is a rare, unknown place, the far side from the sun's warmth. It's dark and it's cold, and it said it is where the star fell and shattered Tish, which is the continent of old, into the fragments. Very few travel there, and even fewer come back. And they speak of great wonders and great terror, and of a great fiery molten lake at the centre of the world. Gregdon is the central continent. Sorthol lies to the northeast. Knus is the west and more barbaric and craggy. And Frohast is the south. And this is where your story begins, upon this globe. The wooden ceiling sways above you, and you're on your back, staring up at it, Killian.
Yeah.
And you've just been trying to keep your stomach and your wits about you while on this voyage. You've been at sea for around 2 weeks, you think, strapped to the decking. Round your chest by leather straps fastened with a lock through metal hoops at the end of the strapping. This lower deck upon the ship has every square foot of the floor covered in people, similarly strapped down and restrained. There is no space spared. The larger of the peoples are strapped to the middle, the humans, the elves, and even a Luxodon, who is, if you don't know, a Luxodon is a elephant person. So full elephant's head on a humanoid body. So large ears, long trunk. And he lays nearby you weeping. Near the edges are the smaller folk, strapped. Dwarves with looks of stoic determination, halflings with looking lost and shell-shocked, and as the bodies reach out to the edges, the smallest folk are kept. The gnomes, strapped to one of the rafters, is a bottle swinging to and fro gently, and inside it is a rather disgruntled-looking sprite. Its body image warped and deformed by the green glasses of the bottle as it paces round the inside of the bottle. In the prow of the ship, there is a cage built for people not strapped down. This is where they keep the women, the female. not similarly restrained by the heavy strapping and chains, but dressed still as you are in tatters, filthy and starving, but given a slight more amount of freedom as not to damage the product, as the captain keeps sedating, even though they suffer the abuse of his first mate. Captain Recario and his first mate Gegme, or the Weasel, as you and your fellow slaves have come to know him, rule this ship brutally, dealing out harsh punishments for anyone who dare question their authority. They are free men. The rest of the ship's complements is made up of slaves. You can tell from the brands they wear on their forearms, with several different marks of ownership. Your brand still stings on your arms. It's healing nicely and not infected at all as the Weasel simpers at you. The slaves appear loyal under Recario. They are owned, but their names bear the R and a cutlass through it, showing that he owns them. But he dresses them well and feeds them and keeps them in good condition in return for labour about the Red Scoundrel. You're in harbour right now. You know this as this is as easy as the boat has been on the waves in weeks, just rocking gently, and not the rise and fall of being at deep sea. It is a welcome respite, as it gives the drains set into the deck time to empty properly, and the vomit and excrement from the souls that lay with you can at least have a chance to drain away instead of sliding about the deck, further adding to your swallow. You hear the sounds of dry land, a bustling harbour coming through the deck, goods being unloaded and loaded, and the bellowing of the captain and his first mate. The man next to you, who you've come to befriend, Killian, is Hulse. He is tied to your right, parallel with you, and he is an old human in his late 50s, and he is weather-beaten and tanned from a life hard earned. He is, despite his tan, ghostly pale in pallor and green around the gills. You have tried to keep his spirits up for these weeks he's been aboard, and the weeks he's been aboard has been a comfort, and he's been your companion. You wonder if he will survive the journey onwards. You, Sariel, are in the cage, obviously, with the other females. Slightly more freedom in that space, and you can walk around. You hear, both of you, a commotion on the stairs, and it draws your ears, and you look towards it, and turn your head one way, you can see the door to the lower deck open, and you see an Arakora being led down the steps. It's rare to see one of his kind, but this Arakora does not look like the legends you've heard of, with a majestic eagle-like head, so proud and broad-chested. This person looks more akin to a plump pigeon, with a blue crest in the center of its avian head that seems completely out of his own control. With feathers ruffled, he is manhandled and pushed down the stairs to the deck, strapped down, while he's saying, well, all the while he is saying, "There must be some mistake. I really cannot understand what's going on here. I do not know why I'm on this ship. Please get me someone who is in charge, someone more above you. I mean, I know you're only doing your job, but there's got to be something wrong. Please, get the master, and he will explain everything, I'm sure." He's strapped down now. While you're here, now the captain is strapped down by Recario, and Recario says to him, "Now, while you're here, don't you be expecting none of your abracadabra alakazam to get your way out of here, my plump pidgey. You know, you cleric types are all full of mana and full of shit too. There's wards all over this deck to stop any spell that causes direct damage to go off. You can, of course, keep your fellow guests healthy. In fact, we'd be quite pleased with that. Some of them are looking a little poorly." And he puts his boot into Hulse, who's laying next to Killian. And he turns and leaves and shuts the door. You're on Earl. You don't know where you are on Earl. You're strapped to the deck of a slaver ship. What do? You perceive the door swings back open. Gegme hasn't locked the door.
Right. How does this work? Do we take it in turns?
You can ask me questions. You can explore the area where you're in a bit more in depth if you'd like to. And if you want, I can reveal to you the amount of mucking around I've been doing this week.
Oh, wow.
I have made.
Oh dear. This is what you've been doing while I've been on school then?
You said you wanted to do the school run. I had some watercolours.
Is this what you've been painting? I saw like the thing earlier on about you painting something.
Yeah. So this is your deck that you are within.
Oh, I can't see it. Ooh.
Trying to get it higher. Maybe I can put this on something. Let's get a box.
Don't make that bigger.
You change the view from gallery to something else. There we are. That's it. Oh, there we are. So now I've made you some tokens up to represent where we are on the deck as well. Can you make out the
Okay.
There's slight squares on there as well. Or can you not see that one?
Yeah. Not really.
Okay. They're just for the purposes of movement around the deck.
Okay.
Where are you, Sarah? Yeah, you're in here. So basically the width of a token is about 5 feet. So if you look at your character, you'll have a movement amount that you can move. And I'm going to put this token in to represent your friend, Killian. So that's your.
And that's me in the separate hole in like the inside bit, yeah.
Behind this fence line here.
Yeah. But is that where the door is open?
The door to upstairs, the upper decks is just here. So you kind of come out round. You have across the front of you is metal bars. There is a sturdy steel gate here with a lock upon it.
Uh-huh.
There are several hay beds in that space with you, and a bucket that is used for making toilets in.
Making toilet in.
Okay.
Yeah. There's 2 large windows along the side of the boat that are letting in light. And the passageways here are the drains for the effluent of the people who are strapped down.
Right, so is this like the front of the boat?
Yeah, that's the sprout.
So where's the character that was next to me?
Here, you're strapped down in between. You're strapped this way. Feet are facing towards the starboard side of the boat.
So my right, that's my left. And that's one face down.
No, you can look at your legs are this way, so your legs are facing this way.
Right. And you said the whole place is warded.
The whole place is warded from any damage spells.
Ah, okay.
Anyone that cause direct damage, you cannot cast in this place.
Okay. That changes things then.
I roll over and as Charles and say, hello, name's Charles. How are you doing? How do you do? This is rather embarrassing, really. I shouldn't really be here.
Trying to think.
I do beg your pardon. Your friend here looks rather unwell. He looks a bit sickly. Is he all right?
I'll come to that in a second.
I do beg your pardon.
Oh, wait, how do I do this? Oh, I just swapped.
So do I have to be in the vicinity to be able to help people that are unwell?
It depends how your
Or am I...
It depends how your spell works. Which spell are you looking at casting?
Bear with me.
That's all right. I'm going to make a strain against the bonds that I'm wearing to see if I can break them, just by pushing my way out,
Okay.
Charles. So I'm going to roll a strength check. So that's a D20, and with me is plus nothing. I strain against Charles strains against the bonds, but makes absolutely no movement in them. He's strapped down very well. Yes, fine construction, these boats, I must say.
I am going to use the cure wounds on the person that's not very well next to you.
Do you have to touch them, does it say? If you just tap on actually the name of the spell, it'll tell you how you cast it, or can you cast it at a distance?
Creature you touch regains a number of hit points. I do have to touch them.
Yeah. You could have a look further around your area if you wanted to explore your little area, Lou. I'd ask you to make a. I can just tell you what you can see in your area with your passive perception. So you look round the beds. You see the hefty lock that you can't. Looks like you can't reach with your own hand in front of you. You see the Luxodon with the long trunk crying near your some way away from you. You see the Akora that has introduced himself as Charles, pushing against his bonds. You see the man. You see a rather sickly-looking man in the centre, and next to that person, you see a rather pale dragonborn, looking thoughtful.
So,
Is it? But there's nobody within touching distance of where I am. No.
There are 3 other women in your section. One that is a gnome, one very bearded dwarf woman, and also another human woman in there as well. She's the one that has suffered the worst at the hands of Gegni, as he likes people of his own race to abuse.
Okay, can I? So she's in a bad way, yeah.
She's bruised. She doesn't look unwell because he keeps her well fed.
But she's bruised. Can I talk to her?
You can. What do you say?
I'm going to ask her where she's come from and how long she's been on the ship.
She raises her heavy lidded eyes to you. You can see that she's tired from the journey. She's been on here about 2 weeks as well, possibly longer, because she was in the cell when you were introduced to the caged area. She says she's from the capital city of Drosk, which is on the continent of Gregden. So it's the major trading, major centre for capital and money, and yeah, it's like a capital city. You would expect great buildings, cathedrals and churches, and commerce galore all around the city centre. She was on the streets, had a daughter of 4, one of 4 daughters, sorry, and she was pulled off the streets for soliciting. and sent to
Right.
the Heptar Island Reformist Church of Divine Grace, where she was then sold on to Captain Ricardo
Okay.
after being reformed. She did the inverted comma thing at the at Heptar Island.
So I can't hold anything that's going to make damage.
Correct.
I can't. So the bonds aren't easily broken.
Well, not with the Charles's string.
You're weaky.
More weak pigeon
Burn
arms.
arms, yeah.
And you, my Charles's wings are actually under a cloak. Akora do have actual large wings, but Charles's are underneath his cloak.
Okay, so could I try and break my bond?
You could try and break your bonds.
Okay, so
You would make a strength check, please. Is that a natural one? Your bonds do not break.
yeah, I'm not surprised with that. That was
I can't see anything in the roll thingy.
your
I can just see your picture. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Sorry, it's turned itself up for some reason. I don't know why. I'm going to make an investigation check of the room around me. And see if I can see anything around me. So I'm going to go with skills, and I'm going to look at insight. So I've got great insight. So I'm going to roll a d20 and plus 6. 15 plus 6, 21. So I noticed to my the Weeping Luxodon, as his trunk lays across the floor, it is unrestrained. It has large ears and a large trunk that can reach across quite a way across the floor. And the Loxodon is laying here.
Mm-hmm.
Can I try and break?
Okay. Can I do a insight check?
Yeah.
I'm saying that right.
Yeah.
And I want to talk to the insight check for the gnome. Is it a gnome that's next to me?
You could just talk to him. You wouldn't need to make an insight check at this point.
Okay.
You might need to insight after what they say. What would you like to say to the gnome?
I just talk to the gnome then. I've talked to the human. I'm talking to the gnome now.
Okay. The gnome says, "Yeah, I have." You're asking the same sort of question.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah, I'm from the far west continent, on the planet of Earl, to the south of that continent of Knus, among the Rocky Mountains. You notice that she is not one of the greyer dwarfs of the sort of gnomes, rather. She's an above ground gnome, you think. She says, "My people are great inventors, machines and gadgets. That's what us gnomes are famous for. Always tinkering, always making."
Okay. Do I have to wait for the next round to
You can continue
ask him something else?
You can continue that conversation if you want to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so could could he look at creating something
She.
that could prise open the bars or prise open the lock?
She doesn't have anything on her. She's dressed in rags at the moment. So maybe you could find something. She says, I have nothing. Do you have anything on your person?
Do I have anything for my person?
You've had everything stripped from you, basically, apart from the clothes you wear. Like a kind of white rags. You don't.
So I've got no weapons on me at the moment.
That sucks.
They're hardly going to put you in a slave ship with no weapons, are they?
Yeah, but I had a bloody crowbar.
Ah, that would have been good.
Nothing like that.
You do notice also that she does tell you. The female woman tells you that where Gegme takes them isn't to any sort of private quarters because he doesn't want the captain to know. He takes them down to the lower deck and in the storage hold, and he's made a hay bed down there where he has his wicked way.
Okay.
And that is below this. The trapdoor for that is below the set of stairs,
Below them.
just in front of where you are.
Can I try and break my bonds?
You can, yeah.
Oh, come on!
Your bonds creak and move slightly. They come away slightly from the floor, but don't break. The leather straps around you don't break.
Okay,
So you can roll onto your side now, to one side.
okay.
You can.
Can I have a look at that? Like, from where I am, just trying to see if there's anything else.
Make an investigation check. This one. Yeah, or investigation, or yeah, you can do a perception check if you want. Maybe do perception better.
No,
Yeah.
Oh.
17 plus 1, 18. You notice that the Loxodon that is on your right is crying, and inside of the curls of his trunk, he actually is holding something, but you can't make it out, but you can see that the edge of it might be metallic.
Bean face.
The child rumbling.
okay.
Can I do a perception check, please, for the rest of the room?
You with your passive perception, you can see the room quite well.
Okay.
You wouldn't need to make that. You could, however, maybe investigate the area that you're in to see if there's anything around you. Any part of the room you want to investigate?
Yeah.
Okay. Make an investigation check, please. So
Make it. So.
you go to your skills page and then investigation.
I'm rolling the dice. It's next to investigation.
Yeah.
It's very, very slowly rolling around the screen.
Well, mine was doing the same earlier, so I've got a separate app for dice rolling.
Oh, it's saying 18 plus 2 equals 20.
Ah, fantastic! So if that's a really good score on a check. Obviously, 20 is the best that you can do on your dice. If you get a 20, that basically means you see everything perfectly clearly. But you 20 with a modifier is a really good score. So you look around the room and you notice that there is a handle on the bucket that is full of urine and feces, but the handle isn't welded to it. It's one of those handles that moves like this, and it's just poked through the side with another piece of metal.
So I am going to take the handle off the bucket.
Okay, make a strength check.
Where's that? Let me find it. Hang on.
On your first page.
Strength. Ah, there.
It's one of your main abilities, that one.
It's all right. I found it.
Cool.
I've got a very slow dice again.
That's all right.
Oh.
Are you doing it on your laptop or on your phone? Oh, you're streaming on your phone, aren't you?
Yeah, I'm streaming on my phone, so I'm doing everything on my laptop.
Yeah, mine was the same. It was like super like. I've got my little Kindle tablet beside me with a different to roll dice because it's too slow on the computer.
I got 19. Woo!
Oh, you ripped that handle off. You bend it straight out of the bucket and actually managed not to spill one drop of poo or pee on your toes as you do so.
Hey!
So if you poo this feet, what are you going to do with your now piece of metal?
Right. I am going to use it to try and prise some of the bars apart.
Some of the
Bars.
bars. You put it in the bars and it just flexes because it was easy enough for you to pull it out of the bucket.
Oh, okay.
With bars of sterner stuff. What was it doing now?
It had a frog, a pony, and a tiara in her bed. And 3 books. So, yeah. You know, I said, oh, why not?
Okay, what do you do now?
Right, so
You've moved yourself. You've looked at the Luxodon and looked on classing something in his.
okay. So, can I use mage
Yes,
to try and get the thing out of his?
he's near enough to reach. You wouldn't need to use it. He's right next to you.
Yeah, but my hand is still bound. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But he's holding it.
So he could pass it to me. Or I could stretch out my talons.
You could talk to the guy and see what it is.
No, I just
Okay, yeah, you can cast
you
mage
know
hand.
I don't deal well with people.
Okay, yeah, cast mage hand if you wish. 'Cause
I don't like people.
It's non-destructive spell, so describe
Yeah.
what mage hand does. Click it and tell everybody and tell me what mage hand does.
So a spectral moting.
Yeah, spectral motion.
Yes.
So what?
A spectral floating
What are you doing?
mage hand. So a spectral
A what?
Mage hand.
Mage hand. What's a mage hand?
A spectral floating hand appears at the point you choose within range. The hand lasts for the duration or until you dismiss it as an action. You can use your action to control the hand. You can use the hand to manipulate an object, open an unlocked door or container, stow or retrieve an item from an open container, or pour the contents out of a vial. You can move the hand up to 30 feet each time you use it.
Okay.
So I'm going to take the thing out of this.
So he's just right next to you. So you're going to try and grab the thing out of his hand. You do. He pulls it away. He's in tears. He blubs even more. The Luxodon is weeping at you now. Give me it back. Give that back. That's mine. It's the only thing I have left. Why would you take it from me? You turn it, and the mage hand does what? They're bringing it back to you.
Yeah, it brings it back.
It turns to you, and it's a small metal brass frame, and inside is an etching of a female Loxodon.
Yeah. Look at that.
Oh.
It has a small frame, like a little stand-up one with a small hinge like this. That's spring-loaded.
What metal is it? What's the hinge made out of?
also made of a thin piece of brass that's flexible. to hold
Okay,
it like
so
this.
could I try and snap that off?
With the mage hand, yes, I think you can do that.
No,
It's no harder
It's
than
now in my hand.
your arms stuck like this.
Oh. So if my hand's struck like that, I've got talons. So I've literally got the strength of 2 fingers instead of one. So could I kind of hold the frame kind of there with the stand bit here and push it to try and break it?
Yeah, you can have a go.
Because I've got dragon strength.
Go
So
on
why
then.
not?
I think a strength check then.
Okay.
Oh no, a dexterity check. Dexterity.
Oh, come on.
Dexterity check because you're being dexterous with your hand. Strength or dex, whichever you want to do. 18. Yeah, you push the frame apart. The back falls away, and a small spring piece of wire has fallen to the floor beside you. You still have the frame in your hand, and the spectral mage hand still floats above you like this.
Okay, so can I give him back the frame now?
You can command your mage hand on your next turn to do so.
Okay,
What would you like to do, Lee? What would you like to do, Sarion?
I would like to use the handle of the bucket to prise open the lock.
Oh, what was that? Was that someone's phone vibrating?
That's my phone vibrating. You're going to just have to ignore it. It'll ping. Also,
it would fit inside the heavy lock. However, you don't think you have the skill yourself to change the shape of it to the right proportions. You need.
yeah. You what?
Oh.
What?
You're dwarf!
Can I have a speak to the dwarf, please?
The dwarf or the gnome. The dwarf or the gnome would be both useful. So you're going to speak to the dwarf.
Yeah.
So the female dwarf is gruff and bearded, and you say, what are you saying?
I want to ask her whether she can try and prise open the lock with the metal bar from the bucket.
Are you gonna? What do you actually say then?
I say hello to her. I ask her name.
Greg. She replies. Her name's Greg.
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 And
G-R-E-N-K.
Greg.
Grenk. Okay. And I want to find out more. I want to ask Grenk whether she is known for her strength among her people.
I am strong. That's right. I can bend most things into shape with a hammer or anvil. But I need the help of fire to do so. Crafting weapons is my expertise.
Fire, hey? Okay. I'm gonna create a bonfire to make the metal hot. So Greg can
causes damage, I'm afraid. That's warded against in this area.
Oh. Bugger. What's the other thing?
Right, go back to
How else can I create fire?
You've got an idea. Why don't you shout out? You can shout out to them.
I know, like I did last time. Oh, I
No,
didn't mean to hit
but
that.
you could shout as Killian across the thing if you
I
can
know,
see what they're
it's
doing.
like, I'm like, yeah, it's taken a while.
So the dwarf has the strength
But not
Yeah.
fire.
or the skill.
Yeah, because she has to use a hammer or
An anvil.
anvil. Oh.
Or fire. We don't need one.
Charles has been watching this commotion go on, and is trying to comfort the Loxodon, but turns to his right and looks at you wielding a piece of bar, trying to bend it in the frame, and says, "What are you doing? Are you attempting a getaway?"
Yes.
I mean, surely you really shouldn't. You're criminals, you know. Like you have crimes against your name. You should jolly well stay there and do as you're told. I mean, we can't break out. What we they have our guts for garters.
Okay. So he's not keen. So he's not going to help.
He seems completely convinced that that all this will be explained later on. He seems completely adamant that he has done nothing wrong, and that there'll be some sort of box wrong checked, and he will get away
Right.
and won't be sold on as a slave. What do you do, Killian? You now have a small piece of string by your hand. Got a shard of the frame, and the frame is in the mage hand.
Right, so I've got the shard and the frame.
The shard is by your hand within reach. You can reach the spring, and you can reach the small piece of metal that comes off the back of it.
Okay, so I can reach the stand and I can reach the frame.
Yeah.
And the frame is still in the mage hand.
Yes.
Okay, so I give the frame back to the guy taking it off.
He says, "Thank you, oh so much. She means so much to me. I miss her so."
I don't care. I needed this.
He's kind of.
I don't care.
Right now, I don't care. I needed this. I got what I wanted. Now shit. Right. So, and I try and if you haven't guessed, my character's a bit of a dick.
Yeah.
Can I try and pick up, because you said my arms are like strapped down to my thighs, yeah? So can I try and pick up the bit of metal in my mouth?
Yeah, you've got one strap that you can roll.
So I can pick it up in my mouth.
Depends where the mage hand dropped it. Because the mage hand, you said it was
within reach of my hand.
Of your hand. You can roll to your side, so you can do that.
Why doesn't my character have my disability? Seriously, that would be easy. Okay, so okay then. Can I be able to reach it if I try and pick it up with my mouth? Can I pick it up in my hand and kind of toss it in the air and catch it in my mouth?
Which bit, the spring or the back of the thing?
One bit, then the other.
One bit, then the other.
The back.
Okay, you've got to roll a dex for both of those.
I would if my phone wouldn't keep locking it.
So yeah, make 2 dex rolls.
Make 2 dex rolls. Okay, great. Oh, go away.
This is for the piece of metal.
18.
You throw it up and you catch it in your teeth, in your lips. You can feel that where you snapped it away, there's a sharp edge to it.
Okay, so I'm then gonna
back to Sariel.
Right. Can I ask the gnome next to me?
Yeah.
If she could find a way of helping us out of the cage with the metal bar.
I've got the brains and she's got the brawn. I think we can do this together. Are we seriously making a break for this?
Yes.
Okay, just then, the door opens to upstairs, and
Mhm.
in walks not the captain nor Gegney. In walks two of the other members of the crew, who, if you remember, are also slaves, but under Recario's. He owns them, basically.
Mhm.
And you can tell that they are sort of dejected and disgusted in their demeanor, because they remember being almost like they remember in their eyes being where you are.
Mhm.
And they're just coming round and they're doing some checks. They're just looking at everyone's faces, making sure they're not dead.
I dropped the thing out of my mouth and kept it. I've got a huge bit of sharp metal in my mouth. I ain't doing good. True, I am a dragon. It's quite easy.
Yeah, you've got a big, you've got large mandibles.
I'm scarred up anyway. What does it matter if I cut the inside of my face? I'll just do that.
Okay, let me roll a dice.
No.
You don't take any damage. You manage to lay it on your tongue completely flat.
I've got a big gob then, haven't I?
Yeah.
Jeez.
Okay. And they're going around. They're looking at the bar. They're looking into. One's male and one is female. And the woman comes to the bars of the gates and says, "Are you okay, ladies? How are you keeping in there?"
I basically hide the bar behind my back.
Yeah.
And with I say, yes, we're fine, thank you.
Make a deception check.
Perception check.
Deception.
Perception, okay. I'm doing that now.
Give it 5 minutes.
That's why I downloaded this different app. Like, this was horrible. It was so slow.
Oh my god,
The gentleman slave is now walking, stepping lightly over the troughs of urine and feces that have been swilled since you were in harbour, and you can now feel that.
I got a 20.
You got a
20.
Natural 20, or with mods? Nat 20. Boo! Oh, no, it's with mods. 15 plus 5. So she's completely convinced that you are fine. And she warms to you because of your sort of your calmness, your demeanor is of that of a brave elf. She possibly is half elf. Like, you can see her ears are slightly pointed, but she looks like half human, half elf. And she sort of nods to you and says, I recognise you. I recognise your cast. It's tough to see someone of your highborn nature in bars like this, behind bars like this, and in squalor.
Okay. I want to find out whether she would be able to help us, but I want to know whether she's that's going to be a possibility, or whether she's more likely to turn against us.
Okay. Make a
insight.
Yeah, an insight check.
Come on, keep rolling. Keep. Oh, oh, oh. No, don't do that.
What did you get?
Oh no,
That's a sad roll face.
was it bad?
5.
You have no real inkling of which way she would go. If you were to offer, if you were to explain that you wish to escape.
Okay.
That to.
Can I ask it again later on, or is that it on that front?
You've made your insight. There are other things you can do that would that are at your disposal to maybe convince or something like that.
Convince. Okay.
Persuade.
You're gone.
So Charles looks up into the face of the male slave who's come around. Ah, yes, I believe you. I'm sure. Have you come to take orders for supper? I'll have the soup if possible. If that's okay. He says, "There's no supper. No supper. Well, can I put my order in early for breakfast, just so I make sure I get something nice? There's no breakfast.
Mate, just give up.
Now, did you manage to get a hold of any of the paperwork? I mean, I haven't even seen what I'm accused of to be on board this godforsaken ship with these criminals. There is no paperwork. Well, you are. That's why you're here. You're on board the ship. You must be a criminal.
You are so lucky my hands are
Well, I never. Well, look, good fellow. When you go upstairs, please have a word with your captain again for me. He walks around. He walks over to next to you, Killian, and looks to the ground and nudges your friend next to you, Harsel, with his foot. He just makes a groan but looks unconscious. No, that's Loxodon on the other side.
So what was unconscious? What was
Harsel was the man that you befriended on the way through.
that one?
That's the Loxodon, that's Harsel. That's me.
Oh, okay, right. I got this. So
Your head is that one.
Harsel, or how do you say it?
Harsel.
Harsel is the one that's unconscious on the floor.
Yeah.
Okay.
I say, this man's very unwell. Could you look, good sir? I can see you have been in one of these places before. I noticed the mark upon your arm. You have the mark of a slave, right? Yeah, I'm a slave. A well-paid slave. Well, I'm paid with a modicum of freedom. I'm paid with the ability to sail the world and not strapped to a deck like you. There's worse fates. Well, you must have travelled on one of these ships or been in a similar situation and seen other people die. Yeah, he says. I say, well, could you look? Let me help this man. He's right next to me. All you need to do is free my arm, and I will. I can heal this man and make him feel so much better. And then you will have more slaves to sell at market. Will that please your captain? And maybe put me in his good books. You know, try a persuasion check. Yeah, that's what I want. Persuasion. So I'm going to persuade with a plus 4. The 14 plus 2, 16. He's convinced. He releases part. I've got a 16 with my modifier, so 14 plus 2. He's convinced, so he releases my arm And I cast. Oh, what do I cast? Something. I cast Cure Wounds on the guy Harsel.
So you've got his name then.
1d8. So he is
Who's that? Which one are you curing?
Harsel, the man that was strapped down next to Killian on the deck, who had become sick during the journey of the last 2 weeks.
Okay.
He's this token here.
There.
Okay, I got 6, so he's gained 6 health. And he's starting to look a lot healthier, a lot better, and comes round from being unconscious. And just and rolls over and looks at you and says, Killian? And his eyes go back down and shut. He rolls over the other way and sees the hand that's touching him of the Arakora. He says, "An Arakora! I've not seen one of your type for many years. You're kind of the air and of the tempest. Is that correct?" And Charles replies, "Yes. We are. I am of the caste that worships Melora, of the tempest, of the wilderness and the tempest. Rest, my son. You'll feel better." So night is falling as the ship sails out of harbour. The rocking becomes steadily more, and several of the passengers are not very, do not have their sea legs and are sick. Can you everybody, make a Constitution save? Constitution check. That's on your front.
So everybody make a Constitution check, yeah?
Yeah, that's on your not a save, a Constitution check. Yeah, on your front page. So D20 plus.
Rolling. It's
And natural 20!
rolling.
Charles is fine. Charles doesn't have any of it. No, not a saving throw, just a negative one.
Still rolling.
Charles got a natural 20, so he's absolutely fine.
I got 19.
19, you're fine.
I thought that was.
I got 15.
Take 1 health off, please. For being sick yourself. So
Where's that?
Top right of your page, it says hit points.
Top right. Hit points.
That's it.
So I knock 1 on the damage, yeah?
Yeah.
I don't do anything. Oh, hey.
Got it?
Right, so I've got 6 now on the hit points, yeah?
Oh, yeah. I didn't know what your maximum was actually. So were you a 7?
Yeah.
I was a 7, yeah.
Yeah, cool. All right. So night comes, the boat goes a lot quieter. You just hear the wind in the sails, and maybe 1 set of footsteps walking on the deck above. What do you do,
So
Sariel?
So is the 2 guards still about?
They left. If they can be, if you want them to be. If you want to continue your
Okay.
conversation.
I want to continue my conversation with the female guard.
Yeah.
And I want to do a persuasion check.
Okay. You're going to persuade her. What are you
persuade.
going to persuade her? Tell me what you're trying to persuade her to do.
I'm trying to persuade her to help me escape from me and the other ladies escape from the prison area.
Okay.
And the idea is to escape and go down the and hide underneath in the quarters underneath until we formulate a plan.
Okay. Have you rolled?
I've lost it now. Hang on. Installation. There we are.
Pretty sweet.
It's rolling very slowly.
They see me roll it. What are you doing to my thing?
Oh. 15 plus 5, 20.
Oh yeah, you convinced her. She's up for helping you. She said, there are 6 of us slaves under Recario. All of us hate him and the vicious Gegmi. We'd be willing to help. I need to go and speak to the others first. I can't give you the key because he expects us to carry the key round our necks. If Gegmi were to see me without this key, he would know something was up. You'll have to get yourself out of the cage. I will go and speak to the others and see if I can get them down here.
But they'll help us once we get out the cage, yeah?
Yeah, that's what she said. She agrees that she will, and she will try and speak to the others to convince them.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, what do you do? She walks over to the guy, grabs him by the arm, and leads him up the stairs. The one that was talking to Charles, and she does so. So promptly. She's left Charlie Boy's arm loose.
Right.
Ah.
Boy, bird boy.
I assume you were talking to me.
Yeah. Take this.
It's covered in whatever it is you have inside of your mouth.
Cut it.
Cut what precisely? Your hair? You don't have hair. Your scales and tenues.
My bonds, you idiot.
Look, I've just put a good word in with Vicario.
Just do it.
But this is going to make it even worse for me.
They won't know you've done it.
I suppose you're right. I reach over, and I've got to reach over. No, because I'm there. I can reach him. So.
You've got a wing.
Yeah. Okay. So.
And I'm not bound completely to
No,
the floor.
you roll to your side, and you say, "Put your wing out." I put my wing out, and you lay the piece of metal upon it, and I pull my wing back in like this, and I grab it with my free hand.
Yeah.
I can't release you. I can't reach you, but I can release
him. Yeah.
him. So I take the sharp edge of metal and I start sawing away with the sharp edge against the leather straps that are holding Harsel.
That's not good.
Yeah, that's it. That's the Luxodon.
This.
Luxodon, you, Harsel, me.
Okay. Well, while you're doing that, can I kind of poke him away? Or
Yeah, you can probably.
don't want to shout it. I'm going to kick him.
You can roll into him.
Oi, you know, get out.
What is it, Killian? What is it, Killian? Sorry, from character.
Bird boy's getting you out. I'm going to need you out.
We're getting out of here.
Yeah.
I know you said about it, Killian, but I didn't really believe we could do it. What are we going to do? I mean, where are we going to go? What about the ladies?
I haven't thought that far ahead yet, but I've been keeping my eye on them. They seem to have their own plan. when we get free from our bonds, we can go and talk to them.
Sounds good. We can't just go out and random fish though. We'll have to go down to the lower deck and get our possessions back.
That's fine, we can do that. Then we can get everything.
All right. Okay. I'll just hold tight then.
I'm gonna need your help.
I'm with you, Killian, all the way.
When he set you free, cut my bonds, okay?
You got it, Killian. You've been such a good friend all this time since we've been down on this, in this horrible hellhole of a boat. Okay, so Charlie Boy's hacking away at this bonds with this tiny piece of metal, and he's making good headway, but there's several straps down to get down to even to where the padlocks are wrapped around. What do you do, Sariel? What are you thinking, Sariel?
That little bit of metal,
Yeah.
would that fit in the lock?
You have a piece of metal that will fit fine in the lock. The handle of the bucket will fit.
It just needs to be bent.
Oh yeah, I've got the bent handle, but the dwarf has got the intelligence and the gnome has got the strength. Is that right?
Other
way around.
Other way around, but yeah. You got it.
Wait a second. Who's he?
Who's him? Awesome.
What is he?
Him.
So he can't, he's got nothing.
He's just a commoner, as far as you can tell.
Okay,
Working the land.
okay. Sorry, I just couldn't remember what he said, what he was, because I was thinking if he's got fire, when he gets free, then he can run over and give them the fire and then come back and free me, but he can't.
He couldn't give them fire. He could give them one of these torches, though.
Yeah.
The burning torches on the wall in the room.
Yeah.
He could think he could get it hot enough.
There's burning torches in the room. No, where do I know about this?
They're just here, sorry. That was it should have been part of your passive perception. There's torches lighting this end of the room. The light normally comes in from these two windows here.
Right.
But
I wondered what those bits were. I got windows.
they're my end of the room, so I need to somehow get them down to you. I've got mage hands. Lou, shout at me what you need. Shout at me what you need. Because I don't know, remember.
Can I have can I convince what's your character called again?
Killian.
Can I convince Gillian to use his mage hand to bring over some fire over towards the bars, basically? And then I'm going to ask, can I do it all in one go? Because then I want to ask the dwarf and the gnome to work together to use the fire, the intelligence, and the strength to prise the lock open.
Yes. So do you agree to this action?
Yeah.
So mage hand floats over to the wall, pulls off the torch from this side of the deck.
But my mage hand can only go 30 feet ahead of me.
No, 30 feet at a time.
It can only go 30 feet ahead of me.
Yeah, at the gates.
It
can just reach from where Killian's strapped down to you. So the spectral hand pulls the sconce off of this wall. It's a wicker torch set inside a metal sconce, and it lifts it and it carries it over to the gates. And if you stretch your hand through, you're able to take the flame, and you show it to the dwarf, to Grenk, and Grenk says, if you can make that hot enough, keep it hot, keep blowing it, we can heat this into the right shape. And then the gnome says, I can guide you into the shape. I can guide it. I can shape it and tell you how to shape it, and we can get this lock open. So you fashion a sort of hook shape out of it with a flattened end that you've just yeah. He's a very skilled. She's a very skilled dwarf. She actually just pushes the metal into a spike with her forefinger and thumb, and it's burning hot. She takes some damage, and her right hand is burnt, so she might not be very good in a fight later on. But you have your key, but it is burning hot. The whole metal is hot. You need to cool this metal down quickly, or it might set fire and alert people.
Okay, I'm gonna use my water thingy. Where is it? Actions.
Shape water.
Shape water. Yeah, that's the one.
Well, she's actually just got you've got the toilet in there as well.
And she's got the
Oh, okay. Just stick it in the toilet then.
Yeah, so you take the burning hot weird bent key thing and dip it in the water. Steam comes up and fills the room with a smell of burning urine and feces. But you have a now cool key to see if you can angle it into the lock. So I need you to me. So I saw down to where the lock is, and Parcel is free to his waist, and he can wiggle his way out and leave the rest of the bonds as sort of like a mummified leather straps where his legs were. He stands up and looks down at Killian and says, "What's next, boss?"
So is the lock open now?
Your lock, not yet.
Yeah. Not yet.
No.
Yeah.
You've just cooled the rod down in the thing, and you're just like shaking off the last bits of poop.
I asked him to help me get out. So I asked him to get the bit of metal off Birdman and undo me.
It's going to take some time to saw through the leather straps. There is a quicker way.
Tear them open.
No.
What?
Can you snap the thing off? What else happened?
The spring?
Yeah. The lock.
I'll try and fit the lock. Okay, yeah, I kind of thought at it with my finger and it up. Grab that.
He rolls a natural one. He can't pick the lock.
Seriously? I should have rolled that. Okay.
He doesn't pick the lock. Back to Charles. Charles is now gonna. He's kind of getting into this now. He feels like he's going to try and get out and maybe warn the captain about this mutiny, or tell him that he may apologise for healing the guy that is now loose in the bowels of his ship.
Right,
You can make a perception check on him.
Okay.
He rolled a 19. Charles manages to break his other side bonds with the extra bit of his arm being free one side. He managed to loosen the top part, but he's still trying to wiggle out of the bonds that he's in.
So what is it I need to do? Perception, right?
Yeah.
17.
Yeah, you see that he is looking like this is not going well and might be trying to make it towards the door.
Okay, so can I tell Parcel to grab it?
Yeah, you can.
Okay, so what does he do?
We're going to just do a p-test. Going to roll 2d20, and one's going to be Harsel, and one's going to be Oh, stop.
Who is it?
My mum.
Oops. Mum's ringing.
So the 0 strength modifier. I don't know if a commoner gets a strength modifier.
She's ringing again.
Okay. Oh no, it's
No.
just my phone's locked. It just keeps.
Hello.
It doesn't seem to be. It's this computer doesn't like it on this port for some reason. So a 17 and 11.
Right.
Hold on, we'll have a break for a second because I've got to answer this. Hello.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm all right. I'm in the middle of a Dungeons and Dragons.
Is your mum coming over now?
Right. Oh. Okay. I thought you like, I'm in the middle of the Dungeons and Dragons going on. Okay, we'll see you in the morning. Nothing phases your mum now.
No. It's kind of like, yeah.
What do you mean now? Nothing ever phases his mum.
I know, but even more so now. During
Right,
lockdown,
I'll let you roll them,
like, yeah.
and we'll find out if Comet has any. He's got 0 strength plus as well, so just a roll. Which one's which?
Black is brown's your guy. Black, the other guy.
16 and a natural 20. He restrains him most definitely.
Yeah!
He jumped on top of the already sort of half prone Charles and sits on him. Over to
Your dragon sitting on the bird.
No. This
No,
is the human,
The human sitting on the bed.
because Killian's still trapped inside because he couldn't pick the lock. So, over to you, Sariel. What are you doing? Gonna try your thing in the lock?
I'm going to try my new key in the lock.
Okay, do a dexterity check for me, please.
Do, do, do,
21-year-old child having some lollipop.
Cool.
I've got 10 plus 2, 12.
You get it in the lock, and it's moving, and you can hear the mechanism whirring, but it doesn't open right now.
Okay.
You feel like it's going to go any minute. Yeah, you'll go.
Okay, can I try and break my bonds again?
Yeah, strength check. You're really half broken.
Oh. I didn't know you could do that. Okay.
If you've got to go a long way, it's just one way. For 10. The bonds don't shift any more than they did last time. Down the stairs, dun, 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 comes 4 of the 6 slaves that you've seen aboard the boat. She's managed to convince 4 of the 6 to join you and help you out. So that's a percentage. So there's now 2 other slaves, Gegme and the captain, left aboard the boat, that are still probably hostile towards you escaping. Charles is going to try and shake off with disadvantage the Harsel who's sitting on top of him. Take forever. Right, so D20 and then 2 rolls. Have to roll it twice and hit the worst one.
Oh, brilliant.
So a 6 and a 7.
17.
Oh yeah, so the 6. Yeah, so he got a 6 with the disadvantage. He doesn't shift Harsel off and stay still, Pidgey boy. Says Martin says.
That's why they're fine.
Okay, back to Sario. See what you're doing.
I'm going to try the key again.
Okay, I think you should make a acrobatics check because you're going to try and put your arm. If you put your arm out at a more defined angle, you might be able to bust this lock. He's already done it.
Okay, I'm going to do an acrobatic check then.
Yeah, you're going to sort of contort your arm like an acrobat would. Yeah.
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 Oh, very, very slowly rolling. Still very slowly rolling. 16 plus 2, 18.
Yeah, the lock snaps open. You and your the dwarf, the gnome, and the human are able to exit the cell. Back to you.
Okay.
Hold on,
Right.
Killian's go.
I was going to go, sorry.
So my guy's currently sat on Bird Boy.
Yeah, and I'm just struggling like this. Will you get off? You smell disgusting. You literally smell like you soiled yourself. I have many a times. I've been strapped here for 2 weeks. Wow.
So Bird Boy's now got a shit pants on him. The women have escaped.
Yeah.
Well, they've opened the door.
They've opened the gate. They can stand outside of it.
Okay. So
They can see the trap to the left of them, underneath these stairs that leads to the lower deck. Oh, let me put that.
You wake it up again, it's sleep.
Yeah. You're standing about here by the gate. You've got the gutters of urine going around here. Underneath this set of stairs is where you can see the. Why does this keep locking and locking?
because you're. I think yes.
Oh, maybe that's it. Yeah, hold on. There we go. Underneath these stairs is where you can see the trap that goes down to the lower deck.
Still doing it, still gone to sleep.
Oh, heck.
What is going on with it? Honestly.
Normally, this just stays on all the time.
3 o'clock in the morning, his phone's still going. Never goes to sleep. When we want it to stay awake, it goes to sleep.
Try plugging it in the other laptop.
Yeah.
Because that laptop recognises it. It's got a USB this side.
Oh,
Getting round your snacks.
yeah, exactly.
Look at the snack. Look at it. Look,
You're making me hungry.
I'm sorry.
look at the snack.
Thinking about making popcorn.
Yeah, I've got Royal Crispy.
Right. So
I
yeah,
can't help it. I'm always hungry.
it's your turn.
So, can I call for them to come and help me?
Yeah.
Because they've got an elf, human.
Elf, a gnome, a dwarf, and a human.
Oh yeah, between like the 4 of them, they'll be able to break my bonds, surely. They've got a dwarf and a gnome on their side, and an elf and a human, like surely.
So you're gonna roll. I think roll a persuasion. Yeah.
Right. Yeah, I'm not good.
But are you good at performance? Because you could perform it, I think. You could say, I will lead you to victory or something like that. Maybe you could. Yeah.
Right. Persuasion.
Yeah, persuasion or performance. Yeah. Not both.
No, I haven't.
Okay, so what was that? Was that persuasion or performance?
Persuasion.
You can't persuade them.
What if I did like a rallying cry?
Yeah. You could give it a try. Go on.
Pretend I'm Paddy Purifier.
This isn't Blackstone Fortress. This is Dungeons and Ddragons. Come on.
But performance, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh!
Written
22.
22, yeah. Go on, what do you say?
Mm.
How are you going to convince everyone in that room that you need saving next? I want to hear it.
Oh, come on, you know I'm not good at things like that.
You've been absolutely brilliant at being miserable so far. So now you've got to be now you've got to be brilliant.
Now you've got to be nice.
Remember, you're like part of the Dragonborn.
Yeah, but I'm also a giant dick.
Yeah, but do you think kings and rulers and things like that get there where they are by being very, very nice people?
Wow.
Oh, I want to hear it. Role play. Give me some sugar.
I don't want to.
You've been absolutely horrible to Bird Boy all the time. So come on, what would you say to inspire the rest of
We're waiting.
them? They're just standing there going. They've heard him try to persuade him. Come on, please come over. And they've gone like, who's that guy?
It's like, no, mate.
Well, mate, we're gonna go and get our shit from downstairs.
But because I'm Dragonborn as well.
Yeah.
This is good. So I'll say to them, if you help me get free from my bonds, I promise you we will all get out of this alive.
And that's
Or if we don't, or if anybody needs to say no.
remember what your character trait.
Oh.
Has he got that one like I won't leave anyone behind? Yeah. So
Yeah.
So is that what he's doing? He's basically saying.
Yeah, it's literally either we're all getting out of this or none of us are.
Yeah. Okay. So he's like,
because you need me. Because of the skill set I've got, but I need you because I'm still bound.
We made an excellent persuasion check. The gnome and the dwarf come over to you and start helping assist you with your bonds.
Yeah. Oh my god, this is really good.
What are you making? Are you going to make? Are you going to say? So you've made a marvelous performance check, and I say, Charles says, well, it's a very, very convincing message that we're all going to get out of this alive. But are we all going to get out of this on the right side of the law? Now, that's what I'm concerned about. I'm still struggling against Harsel. I'm going to try and escape Harsel again. So, Bob. I still don't get out from under Harsel.
No.
I'm still.
That was only one. You need to do it again.
Oh yeah, with this in mind.
Definitely don't. You got a 10 and a 7. Definitely not getting out.
I'm just this big fat pigeon stuck underneath this man covered in shit.
It makes a difference than like a big fat man being stuck under a pigeon that's covered in shit.
Yeah. I mean, either way, it just looked like he was like trying to hatch a human. like trying to hatch a human. So over to you, Sarah. Where are you going? What are you doing?
I'm thinking. So we're all out. We're gonna us four. I'm gonna go down to lower deck, and we're gonna get our items, our possessions.
But they've now come and freed me, so I'm going as well.
So we're all going to go down, apart from whoever's sitting on me?
Yeah, I tell you to keep sitting on Birdman, and because you've come over and freed me, we all go down.
You all go down together, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because if we're getting everybody's belongings,
Mm-hmm.
there's a fair few packs, and the 4 of you may not be able to carry everybody.
Yep. So we all need to bring everything upstairs.
That's my thinking.
Okay. Do you free the Luxodon?
Oh, we've got another picture.
Has anyone freed the Luxodon?
Yeah, I did. So.
Okay. Cool. So the Luxodon's quite strong because he's an elephant man, and you gave him back his picture, so he's with you. You come downstairs
He's happy.
into the lower area, and you can see some food supplies at one end. This end of in the very nose is where Gegmi set up his bed, his impromptu bed. You see some crates, tall crates with unnamed products in them, and you see a dark cage. In the crates back here is the ones you suspect. These 3 crates is where you suspect to be your possessions.
Are they open, or can we just? Do we have to open them?
They are at the moment. They've got the lids are shut.
So
make a. Have you got dark vision?
I don't know what dark vision is. What does it mean? No.
Oh, hang on, I've got dark vision. I'm sure I have.
You might do because you're ill.
Yeah, I think you do.
I do.
Okay, so how far do you reach?
I can. You can see in dark shades of grey up to 60 foot.
You clearly make out the shape of a large, very large wolf in the cage.
A wolf in the cage, right? Okay.
And a dog in the cage.
And a dog.
Yeah.
A wolf and a dog. You better not be feeding them.
And can I see into the crates too?
You can walk over to the crates. So what's your move?
No, Lou is.
You're going to go over to the crates, Lou?
Yeah.
Are you going to tell anybody about you're going to tell the other guys with you what you see?
Oh, I'm going to tell everybody that they're in the cage. There is a wolf and a big dog. But we're more interested in getting our stuff first before we take on those 2.
Okay. What do you do at the hearing about a dog?
Well,
do I need to convince the dwarf and the gnome to help me open the crate, or are they just gonna do it?
The lids aren't hammered down. Pop my back up. The lids aren't hammered down. They're just loose. You can look inside, and it's everyone's possessions.
Okay, so I've opened the crates up and given everybody their possessions back.
Yeah, apart from Harsel and the guy upstairs, Charles.
Yeah, we're gonna pick up the stuff for the guy sitting on the pigeon, but the pigeon guy is not getting his stuff back.
Okay.
Why is the pigeon guy not getting his stuff back?
Because he's a squeal, and we think he might. Oh no, actually, let's take all the stuff.
Okay, so you pick up his stuff with the help of the Luxodon. You can pick it up. What do you do about thinking about the dog in the cage? Because you know something about that dog, don't you? You pull out. Yeah. Ask the elf what to do.
Yeah. What are the dog and the wolf doing in the cage?
What do your elf eyes see? He's asking you. So you see that the dog and the wolf are comfortable. They look curled round. The large wolf is actually curled round the slightly smaller dog.
Okay.
So can I call Grill?
Oh no, I just gonna. Oh.
So he's a bit of a dick, so he's do it in a dickish way, or does he go really soft?
Oh no, wait a minute, you don't know it's the other person.
Oh.
Give it this other person. It'd be good if they both had a gun.
But does he know Grills because it's her dog?
No, she's nothing like with a spray.
Okay,
It might not be Grills.
Well, I don't know.
So we've gone a bit out of character here.
Yeah, sorry, trying to figure out what character knows what, because we've got a couple of games going on. I'm like, oh. So, can I really go on Tom see can I approach the animal?
You can approach the cage.
Yeah, approach the cage and just put my hand, like crouch down to it and put my hand in.
I would like you to make probably an animal handling check on that one. How's your animal handling, Lou?
Mine's +3. Shall I do it?
Right.
Hello. Ask me about animal handling, and then the cat came over.
Very good. It's very good. That cat. Sorry, gains +1 cat.
19.
19.
Yeah.
The dog walks over and licks your hand, and the dog, the wolf sort of follows suit. You can just feel the wet lapping on your hand, and you feel the hot breath of the wolf on your face.
Yes, I can't see them, I can just feel them.
Yeah.
Okay. Can you give me scritches?
Yeah, you can. You reach up, you reach in and you twist the dog's ears, and you feel a wet snout and teeth push against your hand to ride underneath yours and sort of push away your hand from fussing the dog, and to rise up this huge snout that is bigger than your palm, and your 3 fingers slide up scales through coarse fur into a pair of large pointed ears that are down and back, but soft, not stiff or tension in the.
So I'm literally giving a direwolf scritches.
Yeah.
Cool. Why not?
In the dark.
In the dark. I can't see them, but that's what I'm doing. It's like every night in our bed with the dogs. Yeah. Like can't see them.
Oh.
Yeah.
Here's our direwolf.
Oh.
I know. You've had it in there. You've had it.
You come another time.
You've had it.
Oh. Your dog come over a bit all cute. My cat looked at me and she literally went, oh, and then wandered off.
Yeah, Popeye's just like, love me.
Okay,
so
let's go to Sariel, and let's go back to Charlie Boy. Charlie Boy's still stuck underneath. He's going to try his strength again and throw off Harsel. 12. No, still not
You
out.
get 2.
I'll get 2, yeah. So 12 would be over his strength. 16. Yeah, there's a strength plus strength. There's strength 10, I believe. He manages to push Parcel to the ground, and he wriggles the rest of the way out of his bonds, and runs to the top of the stairs on the other floor, and comes downstairs to where you guys are. And hears a growling, and you feel the dire wolf vibrate under your hands.
Right.
And he stops in his tracks in the darkness. I don't think he's got anything like dark vision.
So Wolfie, don't like bird boy. It's not way. I don't think any of us like bird boy at the minute. So, you know. Yeah, see? Even the elf's shaking her head. None of us like you, bird boy. Well, what are you doing here?
I was wondering if possibly I feel a little undressed, and I'm not one to show off my wings normally, and well, this really doesn't cover much, if you know what I mean. I feel nude.
Right, I'm Bird Boy.
Yeah.
The name is Charles, if you will, or Charles.
Charles, sorry, Charles. Charles, hello.
Hi.
Can we convince you to not report us to the captain if we give you back your possessions? We currently have your possessions from the crate, and we'll give them back to you if you agree to not report us to the captain.
Your possessions, including your clothes.
Yes.
I'm not sure. What would? Why wouldn't I speak to the captain?
Right. I think we need to persuade you.
Just tell me why I would not be, why it wouldn't be a good idea.
Can I do that?
Yeah. You're both in the room, okay?
Because I have promised these people that I will get them out of here alive.
Mm-hmm.
And if you go and talk to
and there's now
in charge, that will never happen. He won't just kill us, he will kill you as well.
Kill me?
Yes.
Why would he ever kill me?
Elf?
well, we've actually he would kill you because he would find out that you were part of he would think you were a part of a mutiny. We've got 4 of the members of the crew on board as far as helping us escape, and there's 4 of us from the cage, so that's 8, and the elephant man and Dragon Boy, that makes 10. So there's actually 10 of us now that are now prepared to work together to leave the ship. So you would be on the losing side because there's only the captain, his first mates, and you who don't want us to leave the ship. So I think it would be in your to your advantage to actually join with us rather than side with the captain.
But I didn't. I'm not part of the. I see what you mean. What's the plan then? If we're going to get out of here and be alive, and I value alive very much. Where do we go from here?
Can't one open the gate?
The gate isn't locked.
The cage.
The cage isn't locked.
So I can just open the cage and let the wolf and the dog out.
You can't find. The elf can see that the cage isn't locked, but you can't see anything like that.
Okay, so can I feel my way around the cage trying to find the way to open? Popeye, stop fighting with the boar wolves.
There's another way. you could do that, but yes, you can roll a dex. You can roll a dex. Roll a dex. Hold on. I think one of the dogs is guffed.
Oh,
Ah,
oh,
nice.
right in my direction. I'm just like, I can't breathe. I can't breathe.
Pop, go and lay down. Come on. How are you liking it so far, Lou?
It's good. Yeah, it's good.
Yeah.
Got to try and sort of think 2 steps ahead of like what you do once this has happened and this has happened.
Yeah, yeah. It's like what you would do in real life, but like you got to think ahead into this kind of fantasy world. Put yourself in that cage and put yourself in the in the driving seat of that character. Really.
Mm-hmm. I've got to work on my elf voice. I'll do that for next time.
Oh yeah, yeah. Get into the role play, like properly play it out. Yeah.
Yeah.
Good. I'd already invented Charles's voice a long while. Like as soon as I like thought of creating that character, like I just thought, oh my god, he's absolutely awful. I love him. I absolutely hate him so much already. Like I hate him when I made him, but I kind of like his bumbling. Like,
Why is it recording again?
I can't
It just
remember what character, but he reminds me of something from.
Right, let's go.
right, so we were just you were trying to see if you could figure out the bars of the cage.
Yeah, I was trying to find a way to open it.
Yeah.
Like by feeling my way around. So what do I have to do?
Well, there's an easier way.
I can just ask the elf, is there a way to open it?
Yeah.
Yeah, so is there a way to open the cage?
The cage isn't locked, as you can perceive. There's just a sliding bolt. That the walls were not.
So I'm gonna unbolt the cage and open it, and I'm gonna use nature to find out more about the dog and the wolf.
Yeah. Okay, do some nature check then.
Rolling. Still rolling. Oh, roll. 10. Can I get anything with 10?
You know that the wolf is just a wolf. Sorry, you know that the smaller dog is like a street dog, but hardened and looks very tough despite its malnutrition.
Mm-hmm.
And the larger wolf, you just see it as a large wolf. But you hadn't
right
for what it might be.
I think it might be a direwolf.
You'd be thinking, right, it is a direwolf. So the wolves and the dog, the wolf and the dog comes out of the cage and pads over towards you.
Okay.
Kill him. And and you and both of the beasts nuzzle your hand. Then you hear on the floor above you footsteps and hear shit from Parcel, who's upstairs.
Oh, because he hasn't come downstairs yet.
Yep.
So I've got a dog and a wolf on either side of me.
Yeah.
Have we got our pet?
You have managed to get yourself to rest. Yeah, your armor. You've got weapons. Yeah.
Okay, so.
And this deck is unguarded from. Remember, it's only the deck above that's guarded, boarded from spells, but above the deck is it's not guarded. It's not guarded from instruments, but from spells.
Okay, so. Can I shout? Well, I'm going to shout out, take arms.
Okay.
So we all get our weapons.
Everyone gets ready.
And kind of brace ourselves
Yeah.
near the bottom of the door.
Just here?
Yeah, near the bottom of the stairs.
Yeah.
And I am going to cast. So I'm going to say that and then say,
yeah,
wait here while I find out what's going on, and
yeah,
I need to go back into my, for some reason it's like out of my character. It's gone straight back to the home page. Popeye, get on your bed, please. So I am then going to cast Shield.
Yeah.
Which
on yourself?
On me. I can only cast it on me.
I think you cast it on anyone too.
No.
But you have to touch me. I think.
No.
You remember how many spells you've got to cast it?
What about shielding you and the dog and the wolf? And having one of them either side of you. You do that?
Here's and protect you.
One reaction. You can only do it as a reaction to someone hitting you.
Down. So I can't. Right, okay, so I say to everybody, stay down here. I'm going to go up and see what's happened.
Okay.
So I make my way up the stairs.
Well, before you go, I touch you and say, may Melora be with you. And you feel a slight glow in your body as I lay my hands upon you, and you can add an extra can roll a d4 and add the number rolled to one ability check of its choice. It can roll the die before or after making the ability check.
Okay.
So you get an extra d4 and an ability check.
Okay. Yeah, so I make my way up the steps.
Are you coming straight out, or are you?
I'm gonna just kind of.
Do you burst in like your character would do?
Yeah.
Or do you sneak in?
No, I am gonna burst out like guns blazing.
Okay.
Well, not guns, more like mouth blazing with ice, ready to kind of take on whatever happens.
You burst up through the hatch. You actually jump up through the hatch and land on the floor, bellowing. And you see the two other slaves that didn't turn, and Gegni. And Gegni has Harsel with a knife to his throat.
Shit, man. That's my boy. Alright. Is it still me, or is it?
What do you do, Sariel? You hear this roar, and you hear Harsel shout out, I'm sorry, Killian. I didn't see him coming. What do you do, Sariel?
Thinking. I am going to attack them with my magic stone. Can I use my magic stone?
You'd have to find a stone to do that.
No.
You want to ship, so you're very unlikely to be able to.
I want to bow. No stones.
No stones.
Are
you jumping up through the hatch as well? Are you coming up through the hatch into the room? That could be your move action.
Actually, I am going to use my animal handling to get the wolf and the dog to come and help me attack.
Okay. Go on and roll on animal handling.
Hmm. 10.
then they're already quite persuaded already by Killian, so they're willing to go with you up the ladder. So you boost them up.
Mm-hmm.
The dire wolf, the wolf, and yourself burst out into the room, and Charles is saying, Charles says, well, he said to stay here, but I'm not staying here alone. Come on, let's go. And he follows his way up. So now I need you all to roll for initiative. So up the top of your
roll what?
Initiative. It's above everything. It's on the grey bar across the top.
Oh.
Yeah.
Initiative.
Yeah, it's next to you. It's just below.
Oh, I found it.
Yeah, it'll be below your health.
It's just below proficiency.
Yeah, yeah. It says initiative. You got it?
Yeah, rolling it.
No, what did you get? Go and tell us. Tell the room.
An 8.
You got an 8. Can I have my
17.
17 and 8.
15 and 2. 17.
Hold on. No, I just need to write everyone down. So 17 is Lou. Yours is 8.
Yeah.
Mine is 6 plus 1 is 7, so I'm even after you.
Yeah.
Now I've got to roll for Doug with 11. Roll for the 2 commoners. They're going to go together. They're going after. And the wolves. You want to roll for the wolves? Die wolf. 16. And the regular wolf. 18. Dog is 18.
What about the wolf and the 9?
They're still downstairs.
Okay.
They haven't joined this fray yet. Okay, so we need to build up this. We need to just add some people to this for them.
Oh, goodness sake.
And a wolf. Okay, right, here we go. So in that round, that was 17 from Sariel, Dog. 16 was the direwolf. 11 was Doug. 8 was Killian, and then Charles last, of course. What do you do, Sario? You're first in the attack. Who are you going to target, and who are you going to attack? What are you going to do? Remember, he's got a knife round thingy's throat.
Yeah, I need to try and get I want to try and get the knife off thingy's throat.
Yeah.
Before anything else. Sleight of hand?
You're too far away to do that, and he's looking directly at you. He noticed you. He see you.
Okay. Then I'm gonna roll a dexterity.
And what? Try and
do that?
Try and run towards him or something. Disarm him.
I'm trying to remember all the different things I can do.
You can straight out attack him. You can try and shoot him with something if you've got a ranged weapon. of some sort. You could probably move up and attack him, but his next move would probably be to slit Thingy's throat. Castle's throat.
I'm looking at all my actions. Can't use a stone. My fire is dangerous to use. I've got my scimitar.
So we're now back up in this one then.
Yeah, it's warded.
It's warded against damage.
For spell damage.
Yeah.
Physical damage. I think you should try and what I would say is you have your spell Shape Water.
Yeah. So I could get the.
What does Shape Water allow you to do? Read the details and then narrate me something that you do to shape the water that's in the room. And the water that is in the room where they're standing, which is Gegni, he's sort of here. You guys have come up the stairs here. Gegni has a thingy in front of him. He's got 1, 2 guards. We're all over this end of the room with 2 wolves with us. Come on.
That was me.
Oh, they're with you. That's right. Yeah.
Right. Instantaneously move or otherwise change the flow of water as you direct up to 5 feet in any direction. This movement doesn't have enough force to cause damage.
Okay.
You can freeze the water providing there's no creature in it. Water unfreezes in an hour.
Okay.
So I can't freeze water around a person, but I can like freeze it.
What's the range? What's the range of that spell then?
5 feet. Oh, no, sorry. 30 foot by 5 foot.
Yeah, you can cast it from 30 feet away, yeah. But you can move the water 5 feet.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, yeah. No, she's 30 feet away. She can cast it on water 30 feet away and move it 5 feet.
Yeah, so the water's here, the water.
That's there's other water in the room.
Oh.
Yeah. What water is there in the room though?
There's water in the gullies, isn't there?
Yeah, there is water in the gullies. Yeah.
So I'm going to get the piss water.
Yeah.
And I'm going to move it to knock the knife out of Thingy Bob's hand, away from his neck.
You put your hand out and hold it above the sickly, stinking urine on the floor, and it rises up in an arc either side of Gegni, and his eyes are fixed on you. He doesn't notice in the gutter beside him these 2 pillars of water come up. The 2 commoners back away slightly from him, and as they come up, as these 2 pillars come up, you close your hands together, and these jets of water smash into either side of Gegni, and urine and feces are all splashed in his face. He chokes and he drops the knife. He releases the knife, trying to clear his face from this putrid fluid, and Harsel stumbles away a few steps and is sort of clear of Gegni. He wipes the stuff from his face and he says, "All right, you're for it now." It's the direwolf's turn.
Oh. What are they going to do?
So, do you want me to control them, or do you want to control them?
Well, they're not under my control. They trust me, but they're not under my control.
Okay, so he's gonna
Because
try.
when a dog never listens to me anyway.
Okay, we're gonna roll. The direwolf is gonna do its bat attack. It's gonna go for the one that was most threatening behaviour. So it's gonna go for Gegni. 18 plus 5.
19 plus 5.
19 plus 5 straight through Gegni's armour. I think he's got an armour class of 11. Yep. And then it does. Do you want to do the damage? You can roll for the damage if you want.
What die?
2d6 plus 3. Yeah. And then roll them. 5 plus 3, 8. Yeah, 5 plus 3 is 8. Yeah, it's cool. Yeah, so 32.
What's that done to Gegni?
Yeah. All right, yeah. Oh, yeah. Okay, yeah, that was against Gegni. Now it's the regular. No, now it's the regular wolf. So the wolf roll for the wolf attack.
17.
So that's going to get forward straight away. I don't know what the wolf fight attack is.
Is Gegni dead, or is Gegni mortally wounded, or what's going on with Gegni?
He takes the bite and pushes the wolf away. He holds his shoulder. It was a mighty bite, but he's still standing and wielding the knife.
No, he dropped the knife.
No,
Dropped the knife.
He didn't drop the knife. He nearly dropped the knife, but he pushed Thingy away instead.
Ah, okay. I thought he dropped it.
I thought he dropped it.
No, he didn't drop it.
I thought you said he dropped
No, it was going to make him drop it, and then I was like, he fumbles his knife.
it. Ah.
Oh, I've got the, oh yeah. This one. So you've gone through his armor, and now you've got to roll for his damage.
Which is?
I'm just finding out.
Who's the regular wolf attacking?
2d4 plus 2.
Who's the regular wolf attacking? I missed that bit.
They're both fighting Gegni. So 10.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Gegni is still standing after having a wolf and a dire wolf bag him. Gegni is obviously going to go for the thing that is attacking him most, and probably the last thing that went for him was the biggest thing that's threatening to him is the dire wolf. So he's gonna hack in on the dire wolf. So he does. Boom. 1 plus 4. No, but he does get multi-attack. So
Okay.
2. No, he absolutely misses. The wounds are in his arms are so painful and sore that he couldn't attack properly with the
Nice.
with the knife or the melee weapons that he has upon him, and he doesn't get a chance to get off a crossbow bolt. Obviously, he's just trying to slash away at the guys around him.
Like a madman.
Now we're going to just do a check on these guys. They've just seen their friends burst out. This wolf attack their boss. I'm going to see if they run or not. They run. So the other guys are backing away up to the back here. They're trying to get away from the wolf and critters that are all about. Can they make a ranged attack? They don't have any ranged attacks, I don't think, a regular commoner. So I don't think we can do anything. No, they've got to be within 5 feet. So they're not within 5 feet. So the wolves run up. They're about here. Now it is the turn of Killian. What do you do, Killian?
Wait, he's still got knife.
He's still armed with 2 weapons, actually.
Okay.
He pulled out a sick of them.
And a grappling.
You can try and wrestle him to the ground, or you can just try and kill him outright. He's pretty vicious.
But this thing, the only things I've got are all.
You can use your weapons. So if the weapons aren't magical, you can use your regular weapons in this room. So what have we got in your action? Yeah, you've got a quarterstaff. That's not magical. He's going boop. Just going booping with the quarterstaff. Yeah, that will automatically be calculated. So you can do you roll your hit dice, which is your +4. Try and take him out. You've probably got a melee weapon somewhere in there. Yeah, you've got another melee weapon. You've got another weapon. Start with anything else. But yeah, no, you can dagger. Yeah, you can dagger him. Yeah, so you can roll 1. So if you go, now you've got that dagger arm. So you can do 1 dagger attack and 1 quarterstaff attack.
Yeah, so shall I do that?
Yeah, so you're going to run up to him and you're going to, which are you going to do first? Are you going to?
I thought I was going to grapple him, but now.
Yeah. You can do damage in this room, you just can't do any magical spell to get yourself.
Okay, so I'm going to bop him with my quarterstaff and try and get him some dagger.
Okay, roll to hit first. So that one. Oh, wait a minute. Oh my gosh, absolutely smashed him over the head with a 22, and then the damage. So your single weapon, so you're only 1 hand wielding, so you click the top one. Yeah. The 2 hand wielding, you use the other one. So he takes another 2 bludgeoning, 2 plus 4, so he's got another 4 off. Yeah. He's still standing. He's looking pretty miserable though. So now you do your dagger attack. You've got 2 weapons fighting.
No.
6. You don't pierce his armor, I'm afraid, on that one. Okay, now it's Charles Irwin's turn.
Oh dear. I've got
So,
no idea.
Charlie Boy is going to cast.
I'm still trying to get to grips.
Oh, we can't cast that. No. We can't do that. Can't do that. He can't do that. He'll have to do something booty himself because he can't cast any damage magic down here. So he's going to see what he can boot. So you run up to him as well. So you're in the fray here.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to take my crossbow and try and shoot.
Between 2 wolves at me?
Yeah.
You better have good aim, I'm telling you that now.
So here we go. Rolling the dice and firing my crossbow. Super slow. I should have just rolled my normal dice.
Yeah, why didn't you do that?
Because I've done it now. Now I'm determined just to let my super slow dice roll and go clock.
What is it doing? Come on.
You're rolling.
It's so slow.
Look, you've got to be patient with these things.
Pete's dice still rolling.
Oh my god, it's
Worse than mine.
I absolutely miss. I just like get the crossbow out in a panic and it gets tangled in my robes that I put on because I put them on in a rush in the dark downstairs. I just go twink, and it just shoots and bounces off the wall. Back to Sario.
Okay, I'm gonna use my scimitar.
Okay, so you're going to run into the fray, yeah.
How what do I do to use my scimitar?
You roll the hit dice first, which is the first one where it says hit DC, and tell me the result.
Okay.
There's a lot of dog part going
Boing. 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 Oh my god, come on.
Has it hit you yet? I think it's this one, hey, on this side.
24.
What was the natural score?
So I've got a B, so it's natural 20.
That's
4.
That's fantastic. That means you do actually double the damage. So you now roll your damage dice twice. So roll it once and tell me what it gets, and then roll it again.
Okay. So I go to the score of both damage dice, yeah?
Yeah. Whatever it comes, when you click that damage dice, it should roll whatever multiplication, and that give you a total.
It's thinking about it. It's still thinking about it. 4.
Okay, 4. Roll it.
I'll do it again.
Yeah.
Even Lou's like, I'm starting on the chocolate. This die is taking too long.
It's all your fault. I wasn't going to have snacks. I've had 3 bits of chocolate and half a bag of popcorn.
Oh no.
8.
8. You run up with your scimitar and you hit him so hard that you actually slice from his left shoulder where he was bit with by the direwolf down through his middle, and then out the other side where the other wolf had bit him. He was like almost pre-perforated for your scimitar to slide through that part of his body, and Gegni slips in half and tumbles to the floor and is defeated.
Yay!
There are still the 2 commoners in the room, and it's over to the wolves. The wolves are going to follow your sort of lead. So, remember they were once slaves too?
I know.
They've been convinced, they couldn't be convinced by their fellow slaves to leave.
So, can I walk up to them?
Yeah.
And just kind of fling my staff on my shoulder?
Yeah.
With the dogs on either side of me?
Yeah. Yeah.
It's like a white dragon boy here. Like,
yeah.
And,
Half dragon, like icy breath coming out, is it? You've got ice
kind
breath?
of like, the
dry ice. Smoke
ice
coming out of your mouth,
of my mouth.
quarter staff on your shoulder.
And I just roll up to him, and I just go, "Can you be persuaded to leave now?"
I'm gonna let you do like a intimidation with advantage. I think you're gonna change intimidation or persuasion with advantage, so you get double. You roll twice and take the higher dice.
Okay, so where's that?
Because you've got 2 fuck-off wolves next to you.
That's quite intimidating. Yeah.
He's got +5 intimidation already. So
This is where I get 1 and then 2. Okay, I've got 13. That's 18.
yeah, 18, and what was the other one?
So is it both intimidation?
You both roll them with intimidation. You just get to choose the better one. Natural 20. They cower before you and will do anything you say. Now you've got the.
They will follow you to the ends of the earth.
Well, that's if she tells them to follow her to the ends of the earth.
Lay that off. Little shit.
What are you going to tell? What are you going to tell them?
Um,
We're so sorry. We should have just. We were just scared. We didn't know what to do. Please don't set the dogs on us. No. The guy will growl. I mean wolves.
Are there any more prisoners on the ship?
It's only this one deck prisoners.
Right.
And the cages below, the supplies, and the deck above, and the captain's quarters.
Right. We're taking the supplies.
Do you want to go and have a look at, get them to go and rummage through the captain's quarters and see if there's anything there that's
That's what
useful?
I was going to say. I'm going to send them to go and get the supplies for us and bring them to us.
They're in the deck below where you've already been. Those supplies, the fruit, the veg.
Yeah, well, you can stumble around in the dark and get them.
I'll just take one of the torches off the wall if that's okay.
No, you're doing it in the dark.
Oh, okay.
Don't they want to go to the captain's quarters and see what's in there?
Yeah, we're going to go there. I'm sending them idiots
Oh, okay.
upstairs in the dark. We're going to go check out the rest of this boat and see what's about. See what's in the captain's quarters, if there's any gold or anything that might be useful, anything magical or anything like that. We're just going to have a hunt around.
Okay.
And ransack the place if we can.
All right. So, are you gonna? How do you say that to everybody else?
Right. So, these two are going downstairs, getting us the supplies and anything else that's left down there.
Why are they getting the supplies? We're at sea, dear boy. Where are we going to take them?
They're for us. I say we, me and the dog, well, wolves, are going to the captain's quarters and we're going to see what's around. If anybody wants to join us, come along now. If not, stay here.
Well, you might need some help. I'll come with you.
Oh. You coming
I'll
out?
come with you.
Cool.
Yeah, I'm coming with you.
So,
So I'm like, you coming, Elsie?
these guys go down to the. These guys go
Cereal.
down
My name is Cereal.
wrecking round with the stuff downstairs. And you make your Gegni snuffed it, and you guys. Is he coming with you? Are you shouting at?
Yeah, I think he's. Well, it's up to him. If he wants to come as well, he can come as well. But
I'm feeling a little shaky. If that's all right, Captain. I'm gonna stay. I'm gonna stay here, boss. If that's all right. I'll
you rest.
Yeah, I'll help help with the stuff up the stairs. I might take down a torch. Can I take a torch down?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
Straight next to me.
So you come up the steps here onto the deck of the ship. You were going up first. You had your two wolves. And I was following. You stand on the deck and it is just coming dawn. There is no one on the deck apart from as the four slaves that were with you are down below in the deck below. The two that you intimidated are in the very bottom deck with Harsel picking up the supplies which you've asked to be moved up somewhere else.
Up to here so that we can distribute them between all of us, so we've all got extra supplies.
You're going to share it out with them.
Yeah.
Okay, so
because of some of us haven't been fed today.
Yeah.
We're probably all absolutely ravenous, and we've just had to break out and kill somebody to get our freedom, and we're not even off the bleeding boat yet.
Okay, so
we need our energy back.
You walk up. Behind you, there is a raised platform that goes towards the prow of the ship. Then there's a deck that's flat in front of you with a large mast that runs across. as you look up into the dawning twilight, you see a crow's nest up above. You can see that there is rigging to climb up to that crow's nest at the centre mast. Towards the back, you also see another raised platform with a secondary mast above it, where the wheel of the ship is. It's locked in place at the moment, so you're on a steady course. And you see a door in the bottom of that with an elaborate panel on it of stained glass.
So we've got options here. I don't know what you're thinking.
Because remember, the captain is still not accounted for yet. You don't see him on deck.
The captain's still not accounted for. Right, so we need to go. Right, so I think someone should go up to the crow's nest and try and get our bearings of where we are.
Mm.
And the rest of us should go to the captain's quarters, because if he's not on deck and he wasn't down below, he's got to be somewhere.
Right. Okay, yeah, we need to, yeah, because it was only Gedney we killed, wasn't it?
Yeah, the captain wasn't found. The captain hasn't been seen. So I'm thinking, if we send somebody up to the crow's nest just to kind of see where we are, get our bearings, so we know like roughly where we are ish.
Mm-hmm.
Who's the best character for like perception? Like seeing where we are?
So you'd either need dark vision, would be a bonus to this kind of place, or maybe nature, or your like insight to kind of know what's going on. So you've got a couple of options there to kind of have a check.
Right. Can I use my I'm going to go and use my dark vision. I'm going to go up the crow's nest.
Yeah.
And I'm going to do a nature check.
Yeah, because of the twilight hour, I'm going to give you advantage on that. So that means you get to roll your dice twice and take the better of them.
Okay. So twice for nature, yeah?
Yeah. And you get to choose the better. You get to take the better result.
Okay.
On my regular D20 then.
I don't know, you have it.
Okay.
Yeah. What have you done with it?
Natural 20. Plus 4, 24.
Yeah.
Even though it's
I can't get any higher, can I?
well, you might have a modifier to it. What did you have?
She got a natural 20.
Natural 20 plus 4.
Yeah, that's about the highest you're going to get without any. You might gain a magical artifact later on that could give you something that's another plus to that later on, like an eyeglass or something like that might help you in certain situations. So there are different things that can help you. So you know the nature of the sea as you are, and you stand upon the crow's nest and you look around and you hear the waves against the ship and the ebb and tide of the boat as it rises and falls in the sea. You think to your left and right, you might just be able to see land in either direction. And you look to the stars and you can see that there is a guide star. And you know that from your nature from living on Earl. And that guide star, as it's called, is the polar north. And you seem to be sailing straight towards the polar north.
But there's land to the west and the east of us.
Yeah, you're might be sailing in some sort of straits or something like that, but it's very, very, very far off. A few days sail in either direction.
Right. Okay. But we need to choose which way to sail if we wanted to get to land.
Yeah.
Okay. I think it's Bean's turn.
Yeah, there you go. What are you doing to me?
Oh, it's my turn.
So you've gone up the crow's nest. So there is actually even a crow's nest page.
Oh.
Because I'm that sad.
Oh, we've got crow's nest page. I'm up there.
Right, and then we're going into the captain's course.
And I say, my dear friend, may I suggest, it might not be your thing, but a certain element of tact on entering this room. And we don't know what's inside that door.
Well, do you want to go first?
I'm not suggesting I go first. I'm suggesting we all go.
Fine.
Okay, so I'm going to make
Stealth.
a stealth check. Yeah.
And I need to make a stealth as well, yeah.
Yeah, I'm just thinking we could sneak up on it.
Yeah.
Would be better than just going. Blah!
Like we did on the last one.
Yeah. Although we seem to do pretty good with him. What's my stuff? Yeah. Pretty cool then.
I'm not helping you attack this time, though. There's no throwing piss water or attacking with a scimitar.
Yeah.
Type of crow's nest.
We're useless.
So I'll just get a +1. I am absolutely very, very noisy, and as I walk towards the cabin, I get my foot caught in a reel of rope fall flat on my face, and I get, I'm ever so sorry, and stand up. You are light-footed and sneak right over, as are the wolves who pad alongside you. But you now hear movement in the room where you see the door. You see a shadow flicker across the pane of glass.
So me and the wolf gonna duck behind her.
You're going to stay on the outside of the door, yeah? And I've fallen over here somewhere.
Yeah, because you're trapped.
Can't see you. It's gone to sleep again.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And you're up in the crow's nest. Okay, so it's back to it's back to you, Saria.
Absolutely nice.
Oh, wrong one. What does the perception do?
That's what you would see. You've done a kind of perception. That's you've kind of included that within your nature check of what you could see up there. You could try and. There's only one glass panel. Okay. You've already seen him flip by the windows. Once you've looked round, you were following the movements of your friends downstairs, and also with your with your passive perception, which is part of your skill sheet, you noticed the movement in the room also. You can see that there is rigging that goes between the two masts where you are with your passive perception as well. So there's a rigging that goes between here and the one that is above on the raised platform that sits above the captain's where the movement is, the room where the movement is.
Oh, in that case, I'm gonna walk across I'm gonna use my acrobatic skills.
Yeah.
To climb across to the other rigging.
Okay. Yeah. Cool. Give us a check.
Let me just do an acrobatic check.
Yeah.
Still rolling. Still rolling. 7.
7. You split. Make a quick dex check for me.
Dex check, okay.
Yeah.
Still rolling. Oh, oh, oh.
The sad face.
6.
Okay, you slip, you try and grab the rope, but this you're not dexterous enough, and you fall to the deck below. Take another 2 hit points, please.
I'm the only one that's been damaged so far.
Yeah, but always through your own misdoings. You haven't actually had anyone hit you. You've just
No.
You've been sick and now you've.
I've just been being clumsy.
Yeah, you just felt a little bit poorly and then you've fallen off some rigging. Okay, so I stand up and I in my embarrassment say, "Well, blast it!" and I just charge towards the door. and I burst in through the door.
Oh, it's good. I look at you and I'm like, you told me to be quiet.
And I'm just laying on my back a bit dazed and I don't really know what's going on.
Yeah, you're just like, ow.
Ow, ow. So I kick the door in and see that Captain Ricario is ready.
Captain Ricario. What have you been watching?
Ricario?
Ricario.
I don't know, that's what it's called. That's what his name came up as when I was doing my inventing in my brain. But it is, isn't he? Ricario, yeah, Captain Ricario.
Right.
Are you going to Google it? Do you think it's actually something real?
Yeah.
Is it something real?
Yes.
I've absolutely copyrighted someone's name. I didn't realise. And so I need to roll for initiative, but he's going to get advantage because he was ready for us to come in because he heard us outside. So he is.
He heard me fall off the rigging.
He heard you. He heard me stumble over the thing. He heard you fall off the rigging, so he knows some shit's going down, basically.
Mm.
I just need to get his profile up, and then we can run this little battle. Sorry, I should have had him up on the screen while I was doing it. It's quite hard narrating and doing the thing as well. So I'm going to roll for Charles, who gets an absolute massive 0 to initiative. And he gets a 19.
Whoa!
Charles, he was ready for it. He was like, "Tally ho!" Right, you bugger. Let's have you. And he is gonna get advantage. So he gets a 17 or a 8, so he's gonna take the 17. 17. Can you guys roll for your initiative, please, as well? I'll roll for the wolves.
Can I heal myself first?
You can do whatever you want as an action within your turn. Yeah, if you've got a spell slot left, because I think you've got 2 spell slots if I remember rightly, and you've only cast 1.
Is that the right thing after?
Initiative roll 19. Yeah, you go the same as me, so you're going to go after me because I charged the door. All right.
Yeah, that's right. I was like, wait, where am I looking at?
Right, can you just make a note that I've got 15 for the initiative?
Yeah.
And then I'm going to do a cast wound spell.
Okay, you do that on your turn. Okay, so wait for your turn. Okay, so Charles bursts in and he goes, right. I'm going to do stuff, and this deck obviously isn't warded against spells, so he is off that deck and he is going to cast What is he going to cast? He's going to. Well, how do I do this one? I can't get up to him. I can't get close to him, so I can't do that. He's going to cast. Not that. He's going to get you guys as well. He's going to cast Guiding Bolt.
Ooh,
So
what's that?
A flash of lightning streaks towards a creature of your choice within range. Make the ranged attack spell against the target. On a hit, the target takes 4d6 damage. And the next attack roll made against this target before the end of the next turn has advantage, thanks to the mystical light that I leave glimmering around him.
Awesome.
Okay, so I've got to make a guiding bolt roll against a 15. We're doing it. Let's go. I clicked it on here because it felt like it. Come on, actually be useful, Charles. Like, this is what you're supposed to be good at. You are a cleric, for God's sake. Zap this guy. No, don't be a fool. Don't be a fool. It's so slow. It's even worse than actually rolling a normal dice. It's an 18, I think.
Yay!
Okay, so
An 18 plus.
Plus 6. 24.
Wow.
Yeah,
24.
So I smack the lightning corrals, surrounds and crackles around Captain Ricario, and he takes. Oh, where's this button? I got a morbid dice. I'll just do it here quickly. And I'll do it on there. Too much to back on there. Hold on. It is 4d6.
Oh, it died.
Oh, it ran out of battery. I've got to do it on there. So it's going to take a while. Sorry, guys.
Do you want me
Mine rolls just as slow as yours, don't worry.
I think mine are actually somehow slower than yours, really.
4d6?
Sorry, it's happening. Yeah.
4. So you've got 4.
Hold on, let's go. Yeah, I've got a 6 on this one, by the looks of things. Let me have my 6.
Yep.
I'm taking this roll.
And a 5.
A 4, 6, and a 5.
4, 5, 6, 1.
I'm taking this roll. 5, 4, 3, 6.
I got the
What'd you get?
5. So 9, 12, 18, I think.
5, 4, 3, 6.
Yeah. 10, 15, 18. Yeah, 18. Yeah, okay. It's now
Me.
Killian. What do you do?
I am going to use Ray of Frost. So,
What kind of state is the captain in?
Hold on. He's still standing. He takes that quite well, but you get advantage on your attack roll.
on my attack roll.
Yeah, because I've just lit him up like a sparkler at New Year's.
Okay.
Take that, you blackguard! Cries Charles. You were very rough with me. I didn't enjoy it.
You ruffian.
That's a sheriff.
Sorry. 21.
Meanwhile, I was still laying on the ground.
Yeah,
What?
and you can
What's
roll
going
again.
on?
You can get that, you can double roll it again and see if you get in that.
19.
Right. Okay. So then you roll your damage for it.
Okay, so that is 1d8 cold damage, and its speed is reduced by 10 feet until the start of the next turn.
So just do the dice next to it.
Okay, but do the dice get the time?
Advantage on your hit. That's what it is. Takes another 5. Okay.
Oh, gosh, okay.
Yeah, it's pretty tough. Now it is the turn of the captain. So the bandit captain is obviously going to go for Charles, because Charles burst in the room. I'm guessing you come up with have you? You kind of pushed your way into the room to do that lightning bolt. What did you say the speed is reduced by?
10.
Can't see it again. It's gone to sleep again.
Sorry.
Reduced by what?
It's honestly, it never goes to sleep. And then one time we want it to, I think it's 10 feet.
It's reduced by 10 feet or reduced to 10 feet.
That's what I'm just checking.
Yep.
It's on a hit, it takes 28 cold damage, and its speed is reduced by 10 feet until the start of my next turn.
1, 2, 3. Yeah, he can still get to us.
Bean, I can't hear you.
So Captain Ricario, in a sheath of frost, makes his way forwards. The frost is cracking off his body, but he's still within range of getting to Charles. So he's going to make. He's got 3 melee attacks to make.
Oh dear.
So one with a scimitar, 11, and my armor class is so no 11 plus what is it? Plus 5. 11 plus 5, 16. Nope. Didn't get through it on that one. And then I guess it's 2 daggers, is it? 2 with its scimitar and 1 with its dagger. Okay. 4, no. Dagger, no. So he just runs up to Charles and goes, shoot, shoot, and looks into my face. So he did nothing to Charles. Just bounced off his armor. Now it's not your go, Sariel. Sariel.
I'm gonna. I feel I should attack.
Or you, I would hit. How are you doing with your health there?
Well, it's on 5, so I really should get myself a bit more well, shouldn't I? Really?
Yeah, I would heal just in case. Well, you've got us 2 in front, so he's going to probably prioritise us. I'd maybe move up and then heal yourself, or heal yourself and move up, or move up then heal yourself, so you're like behind us.
I'm gonna heal myself first.
Yeah.
So I press the cast button. Do I press the cast button?
Yeah. Yes, and I think it tells you what result. I think that one just happens, doesn't it? Is it heal wounds you've got or cure wounds?
Cure wounds.
Okay, that one just. I think that one just happens. You just touch. Oh no, you've got to roll the dice beside it. It says 1d8 plus 4. Do you see that?
1A.
No, across from that, where it says effect.
Oh, effect. 1d8 plus 3.
Yeah, so click that, and it will roll how much you're healed by, and you can heal that back up.
Okay. No, not 1. No.
But you'll get 1 plus 3, so that's 4.
I think so. I'm waiting for it to think about it. Yeah, 4.
So you can add that to your back up to your health.
So I can only have 7.
Yeah.
So I only go up to 10. So I only go up 3.
Yeah, that's it. So you're fully healed. You're feeling bright and ready to go, basically, to fight these next to fight another day, as they say. So now it's the wolves go. So the wolves are gonna like leap over our heads and go for Captain Ricario. So he's gonna go for 4 plus to hit on a 3. That wolf absolutely misses, and then the dire wolf is a. Oh no, was it plus 3 plus 5? I think that's 3 plus 4, 7 versus an armor class of. And then the dire wolf 13. I think he's going to make a bite. Yeah, plus 5, 2d6 plus 3. So, ba-bow. Takes another 5 damage. 5, 8. So that's he's still standing, this guy. He is a tough cookie. It's now back round to Charles and me and you. Me and you, darling. Let's get this fellow. So I'm gonna cast. So do another guiding bolt because that was banging. I can cast that again. So we've got 2 spell slots.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
You know what I'm going to use that.
No. I'm gonna guiding bolt then. So I'm gonna guiding bolt again at him. Yeah. It comes out, another lightning bolt shoots out of my hand. And it does, when the blooming dice loads. Does it hit him? That's all I want to know. So slow. Look at him. Right.
Thank you.
11 plus 6, 17. It does. Now I've got to do, was it 4d6? 4d6 radiant damage. Come on. Oh, yeah. 17. You can do that. 17. No, it's just flat 17.
I love how you can do the math.
That's blinding my head. That did then. So yeah, that was another bolt of light hits him, and then you get to attack with advantage.
Yeah. I'm doing breath weapon.
Okay, I'll do it.
Is she being the captain now?
No, she's just doing some math for me. My brain's starting to fry. So breath weapon automatically hits. You just open your mouth and a gust of, what is it kind of damage? Frost. with yours.
Yeah, and I get 11.
11 damage?
Yeah.
Whoa, he's in the pan.
It's 2d6.
He's in the pan. So Killian opens his maw and a gust of ice wind blasts out and slams into Captain Ricario, freezing him. Does it have any other effect? Like it slows him or anything like that? Oh, he's got to make a con save. Got to make a con save, hasn't he?
Must make a saving throw, the type of which is standing by your kind of
Con DC 10, so he's got to get a 10 or more with a constitution of +2. He might make it, he might not get that damage. 11 +2, he made it. Didn't take the damage.
Damn it.
Good move, Dave.
Well, saving. So the DC for this saving throw equals 8 plus your constitution modifier plus your proficiency bonus.
Yeah, that'd be like -1 +2 or something like that. So yeah, yours will automatically be counted. So yeah, con 12. Con 2. You've had a long rest. Yeah. Okay, so you then it's the captain. He's going to go again at the guy that's pounding him with damage. So he's going to make his multi-attack. He's going to roll to hit Charlie boy. So first one, natural 20.
Woohoo!
So then he's actually going to get 4 lots of damage. So that is, okay, so 1d6 + 3, 1, 2. 1d6. So it takes 1 + 3, 4.
Times 2,
Takes 8 damage. He's down.
Oh,
He is down. Charles is down. Charles,
we lost Charles.
he's
Yeah.
out for the count. He's passed out. So he's blacked out, Charles, from just this one swinging weapon. And then obviously he's got his multi-attack. You're within 5 feet.
Yeah.
So he's going to go for his. He's still got his second swipe with his scimitar and the dagger attack. So he can go against you, Killian. 3. No, not going to. What's your AC?
13.
Okay. The dagger.
Got 1.
1. No, he misses,
Yeah.
and he goes after knocking the other guy to the floor. He is down. So what next? It is
My bad.
the turn of. No, you did your breath weapon. It's Sariel's go.
I was thinking that was you. That's what I thought.
Okay, I'm going to use my scimitar.
Yeah, so you're going to run in behind us, step over the body of Charles.
Step over the body of Charles because I can't heal because I've run out of healing at the moment.
Yeah.
And right, I'm just rolling my hit thingy now. So I roll hit first, don't I?
Yeah.
Every now and then you see
16 plus 4 is 20.
You hit him, yeah.
And then damage, I'm just rolling now.
Okay.
Oh, hang on, what's it plus? What's it plus?
Should do the math there for you.
Yeah, it's just thinking about it.
Okay.
8.
8 damage.
8 damage.
Cool. He's still standing, but he's very blooded. He's looking really, really rough. Now it's the wolves' turn.
Throw at him.
It's the wolves' turn now. So the wolves are going to go. First, regular wolf is going to go. Regular wolf's going to go first. So he's got to get above a 15 without the buff. Cop dice. Cop dice. Oh, yay, back. And then we need to roll a 1d6 plus 3. Do it just one side.
1d6. You got 2, so 5.
So he's down. Yeah, he's really bad. And then the dire wolf now. Oh, yes. So that is 2d6 plus 3. The dire wolf sinks his teeth right into Captain Ricario's throat, whose still sparks of electric are coming off the ends of his fingers. His boots are frosted, and he breathes his last as the dire wolf rips his throat out, gurgling blood splattering Ricario's throat. And finally, he's down. I need to make a death save. I need to have to do a death save.
I like the creatures, they're good.
Damage. Yeah. And that's it. So we're all that's dead. The how do I do a death save? I'm gonna have to do a death save on that. I've forgotten how to do a death save. Okay, is anyone going to heal me? Are you going to take a short rest and heal me, Lou, so I don't die?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll heal you.
We say we take a short rest, and
Yep.
The battle is concluded. The ship is ours.
Woo!
We've defeated the captain. We've defeated his vile henchmen. We've converted all of his crew, apart from 2 who are petrified of you, Killian, wholeheartedly now, to work for us or work with us on board the ship. We have all the supplies on the ship, and Charles Irwin is down, but you rest and you lay your hands upon him and bring him back to health aboard the ship in one of the beds, and the ship is ours, and that's where we end our adventure for today, taking the ship as our own. Well done, everybody. That was great. That went really
Does
really
Charles
well.
go back up to full health then?
Sorry?
Does Charles go up back up to full health after rest?
Well, hold on, let me just get the rules on that. I've forgotten how to do a death save. And there's not a obvious button for it on the site here, so instant death. Massive. When a damage reduces you to 0 hit points. No, it took exactly the hit points. Falling over rushes. Appendix A. Whenever you start your turn with 0 hit points, it didn't get to 0 hit points. So I've got to roll. Yeah, in the hands of fate now.
So you could die straight away?
Yeah. I didn't die. On my turn, I survived close to death.
That would have been bad if you died straight away.
Yeah. Okay, someone needs to do on me a medicine check. Somebody, please.
Oh, what?
I'll do a medicine check.
You can both try and do it because the fight's over. 21, yeah. Okay, so You bring me.
And
Back,
it's rolling.
you
It's
bring me
rolling.
back from the brink of death with
Was
your.
that Lee? What did you get?
It's still rolling. Hold on.
The slow-mo roll. I think it's actually easier to stream it on the computer, maybe. And have you got a webcam on your computer?
No, I'm 13.
Yeah. So you've both given me 1 health. That's what the medicine check does, and brings me back from the brink. We're all aboard the ship. We're all resting up in the bunks, and we're still sailing north at the moment till we decide where to go next. Or actually, so we know where we're going, let's choose where to go. Have a little quick discussion on where we go.
Always west. Always west.
Go west!
We live in the West Country. We gotta go west.
Well, Bean says go south.
I agree with her there. We live in West Country. Go west.
Well, I say go south because I know that where we sailed from is probably behind us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I was saying. We don't know where we came from, but
I know where we came from because I was loaded on the ship there. I can tell you where we came from. We were at Heptar Island before. It is the reformist church, the prison island, where all criminals are sent to be reformed and then sold on to better lives to work under great kind masters and to earn their penance. It's where I was working. I was working at Heptar Island, and all of a sudden, I was thrown in here. I was arrested and marched and thrown aboard this ship with you guys like a common criminal.
Still want to go west. Don't want to go back to a prison.
All right. Are you two going to try and persuade me to go west?
what's for us there? Like south.
I want to go down and find out what I've been accused of and why on earth I'm in this mess.
Well, I don't want to go to prison. I don't want to go back to a prison. I want to go far away from a prison as possible. And we've got land to our west and land to our east. So they're going to be much closer to us than going back from where we came from.
And
why go back to Alcatraz? We can go somewhere new. How in another adventure.
And we need to look at what supplies we've got. We may not have enough. We might have enough supplies to last all of us the 2 or 3 day journey over to what's east or west of us. But you didn't mention anything behind us, so we don't know how long it's going to take to reach land behind us with the supplies that we've got dished out between all of us.
Very good point.
It's not just us, it's everybody else as well.
So you grab the wheel and you turn west. And start heading towards the far off land you see in the distance. Okay, that is our quest done. We know which way we're going. We're heading onwards across the waves. Thank you for playing, everybody. That was cool.
Yay!
That was cool as fuck. I love that.
Thank you.
That was